12.
Now, before you take a tour or maybe speak to the 4-star general on Barksdale Air Force Base, you have to go through the Public Affairs Office first. Tech Sergeant Will Bracey is part of the team that helps get out information and share the story of Barksdale and its airmen to the public. On tonight's KSLA Salutes, Miranda Whittington caught up with him to find out how his musical roots has helped him excel at his job.
Tech Sergeant Will Bracey is quite the entertainer.
Sorry.
No, seriously, he is.
Two-step with me. Two-step.
His vibrant personality helps him connect to these Marshall High School JROTC students.
Definitely not my house.
As they finish up the last stretch of their tour of Barksdale Air Force Base.
Some bases will just do what's called a windshield tour. They get on a school bus or a charter bus and they drive you around base. This is what this is what that is. All right, thank y'all very much for coming by to Barksdale.
But Bracey wanted to change that.
6 okay.
5 okay.
His tours are hands-on and full of information students can understand.
So depending on what year you pick up an X-Men comic, the Blackbird is going to look totally different.
He's no stranger to the military life, though. His father had joined the Army at the age of 18, but this Houston, Texas native had no plans to follow in his footsteps.
Turned out I made 6-chair state in Texas. I was like, I'm that good? And everybody else is just mean mugging me, whatever. I'm like, I didn't know I was that good. Okay, kid off the street, likes to sing, and I enjoy doing it. Why don't I go to college for this?
He realized it was too expensive to pursue his dream and began working different jobs until September 11th happened. The following year in May, he decided to join the Air Force and begin working with computers.
And I thought that I was going to be working on computers. Turns out I was going to be fixing computers, which are 2 different jobs. So I was like, I really don't like that job.
He soon transitioned into a visual information specialist or a military artist.
My first 17 days in my technical school was me, a couple of airmen, a whole bunch of soldiers, and we're all sitting at easels learning what pastels are, what watercolor is.
In 2006, another transition came when he found himself engulfed in the world of broadcasting and public affairs, traveling all around the world.
I've been to Korea. I've been stationed in England, I've been stationed in Italy, I've done Afghanistan, I've done Kyrgyzstan, and I've done the United States a couple of times.
But his musical roots never left him.
Oh, it's an amazing vocal.
I finally got what's called a topper. It's basically the equivalent of a military Tony, and I got for Best Military Performer in a Musical. So I still get to use my musical theater.
Really?
Hey! It ain't easy being king.
These days, his performances are usually in front of his favorite crowd, kids.
And you get to see the eyes light up, especially when I connect it with something that they know of. How many of y'all have seen the movie Deadpool 2?
Yeah!
So when you connect that in their heads and you see those eyes go up, oh, hey, I know about this. I've seen that show. This is where that came from. They get to learn a little bit about history.
But with retirement coming pretty soon, he'll be taking his final bow and then rehearsing for life's next big show.
You know what? You need this job.
Miranda Whittington, KSLA News 12.
Now, Bracey will be leaving Barksdale sometime next year, but shared when he retires, he would like to be an enlisted aide for a high school JROTC program.